Chinese September 3th military parade sends strong signals to the world. Everyone should note seriously, the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War was held on September 3rd in Tiananmen Square, Beijing. The grand military parade, both in scale and arrangement, shocked the world. This grand parade was the largest ever to commemorate the victory of the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression, reminding Chinese and the world Japan's invasion of China and the huge suffering of the Chinese, including 30 million Chinese killed or injured, over 300,000 innocent civilians including women and children massacred in Nanjing in a matter of just 2 weeks, which historical facts the world has rarely mentioned and has been suppressed by the West and the mainstream media predominantly controlled by West to contain communist China. Japan's military aggression has been growing in recent years, as evidenced by Japan government seeking approval for deployment of Japanese defense force outside of Japan, and Japan taking part in military actions in South China Seas, which is a concern also voiced by Russian President Putin. The powerful display was a show of China's phenomenal military might today to safeguard the homeland security of China and world peace. This historic parade also provides many important insights for China and the world, that everyone no matter you are in the West or the East should take note seriously. In summary, China sends 10 strong signals to the world. Before I go further, I need your support to continue bringing you the latest news and unbiased analysis about China. Unlike the mainstream media and the others, I don't lie, and I don't sensationalize. I bring you the news and analysis in the most professional manner. Please give me your encouragement, support, smash the like button, comment, share and subscribe to all. I need your encouragement and support to continue. In fact, all these had been predicted in a book I wrote. As the world continues to evolve, the predictions in my book continue to prove correct. In 2023, I wrote a book called China 2023, the epic of global dominance about China achieving global dominance in 2023. My book is an unbiased analysis of how it happened, the history of China's reemergence in the short span of the past 40 years. My book also predicted China's rapid high-tech revolution, Russia winning the Ukraine war, the decoupling of the world into two camps of the global South and the West, the prosperity of the global South countries and the decline of the US. The goal of China is to bring prosperity and harmony to the world. All my predictions are becoming reality. This power shift has deep and far-reaching impacts on the future of humanity. Please click the links below to view my book and purchase. I need your support to continue. Back to the subject of today's episode. 10 strong signals from China to the world are as follows. First, today's China is remarkably confident. A leader without sufficient self-confidence generally would not dare to hold a grand military parade. The military's imposing majesty and the display of powerful national weapons are inspiring, and the leader is exceptionally spirited. This clearly demonstrates the leader's command of the situation, his confidence in the future, and his confidence in overcoming any challenge. In a period of transition rife with conflict, the confidence of leaders is crucial and inevitably translates into national confidence. Second, China today possesses a wealth of cutting-edge weaponry. I needn't elaborate on these major weapons. I believe the world has witnessed them. Many of these cutting-edge weapons are being publicly unveiled for the first time. China is undoubtedly at its most militarily powerful point in history. This is despite the fact that these weapons have been openly displayed to the world, and there are certainly more to come. What are these trump cards? Displaying powerful weapons isn't a show of force. It's the wisdom of stopping war and using it as a weapon. Third, China today is even more invincible. This is deeply moving. Falling behind means being beaten. That century of humiliation is an everlasting pain for the Chinese people. This grand military parade gave a deep sense of the invincibility of China today. We have sufficient strength to defend China. The Chinese people cannot be provoked. If provoked, it will be difficult to deal with. A nation that has risen from adversity understands the value of peace and the weight of strength. Fourth, today's China never forgets history. A touching scene. Veterans of the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression sat solemnly on the Tiananmen Gate Tower. As leaders passed by, they bent down to shake hands with the veterans. Veterans never die, they simply fade away. Veterans never die, heroes are destined to endure. The Chinese people will never forget the history of humiliation. Forgetting history would be tantamount to betrayal. We will always remember those who have contributed to the nation. History is not only an echo of the past, but also a beacon for the future. Only nations that respect history can truly win the future. Fifth, today's China's governance is astonishing. Frankly speaking, no country could have done a better job than China in organizing such a large-scale military parade and celebration with such incredible, impeccable precision. Could India do it? Could France? Not to mention the United States. Our national conditions are different, so simplistic comparisons are unnecessary. But Trump's absence would have been a loss. What's behind this? One thing that cannot be ignored is China's governance. This exceptional governance is reflected not only in the splendor of grand ceremonies but also in the meticulous and efficient daily operations. Sixth, China today has friends all over the world. Despite various obstructions from Japan and cold water from the West, we saw Putin and Kim Jong-un arrive, and leaders from all of China's land neighbors, with the exception of India, Bhutan, and Afghanistan, attended. Leaders from all 5 continents attended, pleasing those near and attracting those far away. This is the art of Chinese diplomacy, and it's the vivid application of millennial-old Eastern wisdom in modern international relations. True friends are not alienated by distance, nor do they drift apart in the face of adversity. Seventh, China today is exceptionally united. Extraordinary leadership and organizational capabilities, and above all, unique national unity. After watching this military parade, who wouldn't be thrilled? Who wouldn't be inspired? Who wouldn't be proud of today's China? Unity is like steel, unbreakable. United will is a fortress, invincible. When billions of hearts beat for a common dream, that is the most powerful force in the world. When the military and the people unite as one, who can stand against them? Eighth, today's China truly loves peace. Contrary to many Western media and governments trying to portray China as devilish, and President Xi as an evil dictator, it must be emphasized that while China is powerful, today's China is truly a peaceful country. Over the past 40 years, which major power has not been involved in any war, not firing a single bullet? Only China. China has not even fired a single bullet to a tiny country like the Philippines that keeps harassing China in South China Sea on a daily basis, occupying a Chinese island with a totally wrecked ship for over a decade. This is a vast contrast to the genocide in Palestine and the Ukraine war going on at present, backed by the West and the US. For the West, China doesn't export revolution, hunger, or poverty, and it doesn't harass you. What else can we say? True strength isn't about bending the world to your will, but about making peace a shared pursuit. Peace isn't a forced compromise, but a calm choice made after achieving strength. Ninth, today's young people in China are extraordinary. The vast majority of those reviewing in the square were born in the 1990s and 2000s, but they were full of energy and fighting spirit. It was truly moving to watch. A strong youth makes a strong country. A youth that surpasses Europe makes a country that surpasses Europe. A youth that dominates the world makes a country that dominates the world. Each generation will become the backbone of history. Don't look down on those born in the 1990s and 2000s. China will undoubtedly become stronger with each generation. 10th, today's China is destined to be unstoppable. The military parade in the square was awe-inspiring, truly thrilling. Who could have imagined that just a few years ago, this military was plagued by corruption? But now, the military's formidable combat capability is truly impressive. Behind this transformation, there is undoubtedly determination, courage, and responsibility. But even more so, a commitment to doing things. The most difficult thing in the world is commitment, and so is the simplest. With commitment, nothing is impossible in China. For a nation committed to its mission, its great rejuvenation is destined to be unstoppable. Thank you for watching. I need your support to continue bringing you the latest news and most professional analysis. Please give me your encouragement. Support, smash the like button, comment, share and subscribe to all. Click on the links below to view and purchase my book. Thank you.
Now coming is the Navy formation.
The great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation is irresistible. The noble cause of peace and development of humanity will prevail.